I am about to transfer something to you, a something that only the true and deserving successor of the spirit wave can receive.
Yes, hello and welcome back to Anime is Life, the show where we highlight real life lessons found in anime. Today's episode is about one of my favorite shows ever, Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, this episode is going to have a little bit of a spoiler in it, so if you have not seen this show, please stop right here, go watch it, it's a great show. Now, getting into the episode, today is a really powerful episode just off the simple fact that this lesson itself is a lesson that's applicable to pretty much all facets of life. I mean, anybody can take away something from this particular lesson. In this episode, Genkai decides that she's going to pass down the spirit wave to Yusuke Urameshi. This particular technique takes 10 years or more of her specific special training just to pass it down. So right off the bat, we have a really hard task that Yusuke himself is going to have to manage. He accepts the challenge, knowing full well that it could kill him or honestly destroy his family and friends' chances of surviving the Dark Tournament at this particular time. I say that to say that had he failed this particular challenge, the spirit wave would have been lost, and also Genkai would have not been able to fight off Toguro. And had he died, obviously he can't defend his friends and family because he was the strongest on their team, or at least he was being prepped to be the strongest with this technique being passed down to him. So she passes it down to him, and immediately it starts to destroy his insides and rip him apart. It's apparently a very agonizing process. So being a loving teacher that she is, she notices that her beloved student is suffering, so she tries to take it out of him, to which he replies, absolutely not. I will not allow you to stop this process. I'm going through with this, even though the pain is tremendous and destroying me and unbearable. Shout out to the voice actors for this particular scene. I know that this absolutely had to be a difficult scene to shoot, given all the screaming and agonizing sounds the voice actors had to make. Now, going forward from this, what we notice here is that a lot of things are going to happen to you in your life. That's the takeaway from this. The takeaway from this is hard things are going to happen to you, but if you persevere through them and you just keep grinding and working hard and you deal with it as best you can and you don't allow yourself to give up. That was the biggest takeaway from this, is to not allow yourself to give up even when it's extremely unbearable. Because at the end of that, you become more powerful. And if that's not the greatest lesson in anime history, I don't know what is. And I'm very glad that this is the first episode of this series. And I have been dreaming of making this particular video for years, and I'm glad I'm finally getting into it. As a big anime watcher myself, I notice tons upon tons of lessons in anime that I want to share with people, but maybe they don't like anime or maybe they don't have the time to watch anime. So I just think that this is one of the greatest ways to share those short, sweet lessons to people that perhaps don't have the time to, or maybe they're not into anime just yet. And now we can sort of pass down our love for anime through this. I mean, the scenes that you're able to create in anime are honestly like no other anywhere. And that is why, to me, a big part of how I grew up is off of the lessons I got from anime. And I personally believe I grew up to be a pretty decent guy from it. You know what I mean? So, guys, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. If you guys want to see a specific anime lesson that I haven't touched on yet, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Hey, guy, you take care of this guy for me?